name is Alex Osonitsch, and I'm at Reform Prosthetics in Savannah.
And what caused your amputation?
The cause of my amputation, I was involved in a motorcycle accident August 8th of 2022. Not my fault. A car ran a stop sign, T-boned me. I had my leg then. They flighted me to the hospital, did a lot of work. They actually saved my leg, ish. They, in a medical sense, they saved it.
Yes.
And I was recovering for almost exactly a year. Though my leg that was still there was basically useless. And then so I was going in to have complete reconstructive surgery from like the knee down. And when they got in there, they started pulling my hardware out and found that my tibia was full of osteomyelitis. They didn't take it off then. They brought me back to a room. They started talking to me about my options. That's when I saw you and Ryan, and you guys helped me kind of work through that decision. Yeah. And July 17th was of 23 was my amputation. And I went ahead and
made that decision.
Yeah. And
now, was it a hard decision to make?
No.
No, because you was already dealing with the pain.
Right. So I can understand how it would be a hard decision for some people. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd rather have my leg.
Exactly.
But my working leg, because what I had was not a working leg. What I had was it was just there. Like I couldn't stand on it. It was just like, I feel like that year of recovery of it never really getting better was a long goodbye to it.
Okay.
So it's like I was living like I didn't have a leg.
Gotcha.
And then so when I had the amputation, then it was just out of the way, and got to move forward from there. And it's still, I don't regret my decision at all. Not a single day have I regretted my decision.
Good. So, and with that being said, and I know you went through a lot, what did your support system look like? Minus us before, we saw you, but before and after, like amputation, once you made that decision, you got a good support system?
My support system would mostly be my wife.
Okay.
She helped do everything for me when I was in the hospital, to literally wiping my behind in bed, I mean, she has been a godsend. My family, I mean, they've been supportive, they've asked can we help do something? And
yes.
I mean, I've got rides from them and stuff like that. Nothing major. And to be honest, I probably could have used a better support system. Not that the one I had was bad, because it wasn't. I mean, I was surrounded by people that cared about me and wanted me to get better. I think my struggle was, even though when you're surrounded by everybody that cares, you're still alone in the situation.
Exactly.
So it's like I didn't have anybody to talk to that's gone through it before. I didn't, you know what I mean? So it's like it was just me stuck with my thoughts, and that was difficult. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It wasn't an easy experience.
Oh yeah.
Physically and mentally. Honestly, I think maybe the mental part of it was harder than the physical part of it.
Oh yeah, it's usually sometimes like that, and I just know from personal experience myself too. Social media at the time wasn't something I looked at when I was in my accident. And I didn't really start researching things until I ran into Ryan that day at my first appointment. So you got that gap from when it happened to me getting to him. Then it was like, okay, I see Ryan, and then I started looking on social media more. So once we saw you and gave you information and stuff like that, as far as what the process would be, did you kind of look towards social media and stuff like that at that point?
So I did. So I joined an amputee group on Facebook for fitness amputees. That I'd say it helped and hurt me a little bit at the same time, because you'll see other people or other amputees.
Yes.
They'd be like, hey, I just, had my amputation, 2 months ago, and I'm back in the gym. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what's wrong with me, Like,
Yeah.
so, but then you also see people that are like, hey, this has been hurting, blah, 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 and then they'll give you their opinion on it and maybe some advice, I mean, I got advice on like perspiration problems, stuff like that. I've had advice on how to do certain workouts, differently, so that definitely helped. That and you guys here at Reform have been like.
It's good you said that, because a lot of people do think, okay, I have my amputation regardless of the cause, and then it's like I'm back up like within a week, 2 weeks, and it's very quick. But everybody's situation, everybody's story is a little bit different.
Right.
So for you, once you recovered and you were healed and the doctor cleared you and you came to us to your first appointment, was it like, okay, I got my first appointment and then the next couple of weeks I'm up and I'm moving, or did you go through struggles?
Man, in my head, I'm so naive, man. Like, even when I have an accident, my legs are mangled, held together with like metal rods, right? I'm like, yeah, bones heal, I'm gonna be good, I'm back in the gym in a month or two. Like, I was so naive until like it starts hitting you and you're realizing, okay, hopefully I'll be able to run, and then it went from like, okay, I don't think I'll be able to run. Hopefully I can walk, and it starts getting like more real. When I had my amputation, I came to you guys again. I was a little naive. I was like, all right, problem's gone.
Yeah. Now
I just gotta heal up. I'm gonna throw a prosthetic on, and I'll be back at it. And again, I was naive. I remember that first socket, man. It hurt. It hurt. And that, just puts a lot more doubt back in your mind. It's like it's a big mental battle, not just physical, but mental. It's like, for me, I'd say, I can't say for everybody. But like in my experience, when I put that first socket on, man, I was just hoping it'd just like pop on and I'd be like, all right, I'm moving again, and it wasn't. It's a process, One, because I already hadn't walked for a whole year before my amputation. So my leg was already atrophying and it hadn't had proper pressure in the bones in my knees and anything like that in a year. So, so I think that was one of my setbacks, or one of my speed bumps to get over, was just getting my body used to walking again.
Correct.
But yeah, it was a process, and then.
So I know getting back up walking and getting back to doing your daily was a process. So how are you doing? Fast forward to today.
Fast forward to today, over the past couple months, I'm doing a lot better. This, like, where I am now is where I thought I would be right after the amputation.
Yeah.
And then when that wasn't, I was, if you're lucky, maybe, but but the reality of it is it takes a long time to get. For me, it took a long time to get to this point, or what felt like a long time. And so where I am today was always where I wanted to be, like months ago, and I was just, I had a lot of doubt in my mind, like, there's something specifically wrong with me. I'm gonna be a special case, and I'm not gonna be able to walk without pain and this and that. And I'm so thankful that everybody here at Reform stuck with me. I remember specifically Ryan telling me, I can tell him like how nervous I was. Like, hey man, I don't feel like this thing isn't gonna work and stuff like that. And like he literally told me, if you don't give up, I won't give up.
Yeah.
And like we kept drilling at it, and today, I'm back in the gym now.
That's good. You look like it. You look
good.
Thanks,
man. Yeah. So and that was my big thing, was, the gym is my thing. That was just what I did. That was my hobby. That was my place. And so getting back in there, man, it was emotional getting back in there. I remember riding back to the gym like tears in my eyes, like
Yeah.
you know,
I'm able to live life again.
Yeah. So it's good, man. I'm driving. Be able to help my family out with stuff, you know, because they got some land. So I just built a fire pit with them, like bricks and mortar and everything. So it's nice to be able to help again, you know, and to get back into those things that I enjoy.
And you got a long life to live, and you didn't give up, even though it got hard, which it gets hard for a lot of people. And I know one of the biggest things you mentioned was being able to deal with it mentally.
Yes.
So being able to hang in there and trust the process, and being able to have good communication with your prosthetic team, I know that played a big part in it too. So.
Absolutely. So I truly believe that with my prosthetic team is building a lifelong relationship with you guys. I mean, I have to put full trust in you that you guys are leading me in the right direction, and especially Ryan, you know, and it was really nice to hear how repetitive, like, hey man, it's a process, it's gonna take time. Because I mean, I'm a little fast paced, I guess, but I think that's the biggest thing for everybody to remember is that it's gonna take time. It takes time. If you see other people that are getting back into their lives faster than you and stuff like that, don't think about that. You're your own person. Your body's gonna heal at its own pace.
Correct.
But you will get there.
Correct.
You will get there. And then you're gonna think back on all them days that you were like hoping like that this would happen, and it's finally happening. So you'll get there. Everything that you're imagining in your head, it'll happen in time.
Okay.
You just gotta stay positive. You gotta stay positive. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to stay positive. You just gotta stay positive. Look to the future. Keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
It's hard. And I've had bad days. I've had real bad days. But I'm here now, you know, and I kept pushing at it.
Well, we're glad to see you back up. We're glad that you got a quality of life back, and I know it's lifelong, and it's going to be challenges come along, but you seem mentally ready. Physically, you're back. So we look forward to just your progress and how well you continue to do. So we appreciate having you, and you're an inspiration to a lot of people. So just wanted to let you know that we appreciate you as well.
Thanks, man. I appreciate everything you guys have done for me, truly, and will continue to do. Thank you.
That's a wrap,